Good morning from day 2 at Enniskillen Comic Fest. We have a bunch here of very sexy men that we're going to speak to this morning. Look at that. That's an intro now and a half, isn't it, guys?
Come on,
oh, yeah. You're come to bed, or go back to bed because we're all quite tired this morning. Yes, it's day 2 of Enniskillen Comic Fest, and we just had to speak to Sector House 13 because we kind of have a special love for Sector House 13.
Yeah, indeed.
Haven't been involved with them a lot over the years, and obviously you're like elbows deep in Enniskillen Comic Con, like you really are. So we wanted actually to go through what is it you're working on at the moment, the history, just anything that you can tell us about what makes Sector House 13.
We started off 9 years ago here.
Is that how long it is now?
It's 9 years now, and it was for the 40th anniversary of 2000 AD. We produced one sole magazine and had a table at the con, but that was the only thing we were selling.
Oh my goodness.
And since then, we produced 7 issues of Sector 13. We've produced Splank, the Cthulhu Kids, and more issues of Sector 13.
Oh, there's a new one there. Weird.
We now bring along comics by friends of ours, so that those comics are by Bob Curran, who's a former lecturer at the University of Ulster who publishes horror and fantasy comics that come along with us. So we've moved away now from the 2000 AD fanzine, and we started with 1900, and this time we're bringing forward new material in Faces of War, which features Will Simpson very heavily, both on the cover and inside.
And also Paul. Paul has a story as well.
And Paul Trimble is the second story we've published by Paul, the first one being in Splank. We've also published this time round a comic by Paddy Brown, which continues on from his story in 1900. We've also, and you can talk to Davy later, but Davy Francis, who's a very well-known cartoonist in Northern Ireland, we've produced a book by Davy. We're working on 2 other books, but we're keeping that a wee bit quiet. And we've brought friends with us.
That's even better.
We brought a friend called Ryan McVeigh, the youngster.
Right enough, I should have probably asked you, could you introduce yourselves at the same time?
Right enough. Yeah, well, I'm Ryan. I've produced these 3 comics. I got in contact with these guys. I started this first one when I lived in Cork. And then,
well, somebody has to.
Yeah, I know. And then when I moved back up, my contract was done with the job, had to get a job up here. When I did, I got in contact with these guys. Peter has been great because he's been great at getting me in contact with artists, which means I could get my 2nd and 3rd book done. I've also ended up being lucky enough to be in this one here as well. Don't really know what else to say.
Graham doing a wee bit of chart thing there.
Yeah, if you can find it, it's the 2nd to last story, mine. It's Paddy did the art.
Quality and width, guys.
Exactly.
A good heft, yes.
Yeah.
Does it pass the sniff test?
Yeah, there it is there.
Yeah. This is the thing you don't get with digital.
That's Paul's now. You're looking at mine's the one before that.
Yes, because Joe was here yesterday. Joseph,
Joseph.
Yeah.
Love Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph I have particular fond memories of the sketches that Joseph had done of me as Judge Archer.
What's this? Gothic? Is it
Gothic is one of the 2 comics that we're working on at the moment.
Oh,
so that will be Gothic horror.
Fantastic!
But light horror. We won't be doing any sort of heavy horror stuff. It was kind of inspired by Misty.
Oh yes.
We worked with Julia Round, who's written the book on Misty, and we know some of the other people who've done academic work on Misty. So Gothic came from that.
Oh, fantastic!
And we've got some stuff already in prepared. And
Brilliant.
Good.
Is there an estimated time of release?
No.
No, that's fine. That's the best way to play it.
We're working with a lot of artists who are amateur artists, and they're very good. They're only amateur in the fact that they don't get paid very much.
Yes.
So we depend on their timelines. And that's why we're...
Well, that's perfect, yeah.
But as Lawrence will say, our ambition as to how good the quality of what we're doing compared to what we were is expanded dramatically.
Well, there's been a complete sea change from our first issue with a badly misspelled title.
I know, but that's one of those
quite endearing, and David was
kind
enough to write a story absolving us from our or typo errors, then it wasn't really a typo anyway. The translation from the first issue of Sector 13 to our current publication, War, is orders of magnitude, really. This was the first thing we'd ever done. It's the first thing you ever do is the thing you love the most, the thing you think is the best in the world, the thing you're proudest of. Thankfully, throughout our publications, we've never really lost that sense of excitement, that sense of sheer joy in what we're doing. As Peter says, we have been greatly helped by both professional and non-professional colleagues. We've been greatly helped by cosplayers, Joanne in particular, who featured strongly on at least one of our covers, and very, very much in the internals and the photo strip stories in the original Sector 13.
There I am.
Joanne's
Yep.
shooting her gun outside what is now
Shooting my load.
the Grand Central Hotel in Belfast, as it was a long time ago. She was posed behind a wall for me.
Oh yeah, mostly they were in my driveway, and Lawrence would
Yes,
send me
absolutely.
scripts and say, right, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. I'm lucky enough I'm a biker anyway, and you just sit in your motorbike.
The motorbike photos were particularly great because it gives you a feel when you're doing a photo story, and we won't be doing any more, but properly and professionally posed, you get a real sense of the kinesthetic of how a person sits or how a person acts, and being done by a professional cosplayer, that was a vital help for us all. In terms of where we are now, we're obviously strongly promoting War at Enniskillen and will be over the summer. It probably is about to sell out of the first print. We'll be going into a second print of it next week. It is a real joy to read, very, very poignant, very, very funny in places. It is about war, and war is never a good thing, but there's a wide spectrum of emotion and feeling in war, and we hope that we've manifested and portrayed that as best and honestly as we can. We're moving on now to a kind of girls' bunty, misty horror comic called Gothic, which is pretty much, in terms of the stories being set up and the artist being set up, is pretty much complete, with a few other wee things we want to tweak. The next big thing we'll be doing is putatively titled Schrodinger's Cafe. Schrodinger's Cafe will encapsulate our true love, which is probably American and British new wave sci-fi from about 1965 to 75, probably coupled with that sense of French, Belgian, cutting-edge metal hurlant sci-fi from the mid-70s onwards. Sans the awful American sort of semi-pornographic stuff in the 80s. That will be a big focus. I suppose we can use this interview as a chance to sort of say to anybody that we will be putting out a mission statement online. We will want artists and writers to give us samples of their stories and art, and we really do want tangential, non-linear, exciting, non-cliched, cutting-edge, new wave sci-fi written by the likes of Norman Spinrad, Brian Aldiss, Robert Silverberg, Larry Niven when he was good. Really, we want art. We want that Mobius style, up to modern artists like maybe Simon Harrison, who used to work in 2000 AD. We want the weird. We want the tangential. That's going to be Schrodinger's Cafe. That'll be released this time next year. It will be a lot of hard work. There will be a lot of tears and passive aggressive sniping, but that's the joy. That's the joy of comics. I think I should probably. I think I should probably pass you on to Paddy Brown here, and Paddy can give you a journey through his work.
Hiya, Paddy. How's it going?
Not so bad. I've just been wandering around the convention and wasn't aware this was going on, so I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared, but you just leave these down. Yes. What was I going to talk about?
It's not about Penny Blood.
Oh yes, this is.
Pick yourself, sir.
This is my new. My latest comic. It's three stories all by me. The first one is Penny Blood, which debuted in 1900, 2 years ago, and it's continued here. The second one is a fantasy story called John Lamborn. Beyond the Sundry Street. So it's medieval night in a land of lizard men. And it's a different colour style. And then at the back,
I always start with asking that because I always
we have a virtual circle which was a 90s tech thriller.
Okay.
It's based on a comic I did back in the 90s.
I think I read that.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
And it's basically, it's been mildly rewritten and redrawn, but in the same kind of environs as it was originally, with just with it, cathode ray tube monitors and the computer's running Windows 3.1. And well,
So will we be seeing any more of 1900?
I'm not sure. We might go back to it at some point, but like what Lawrence was saying.
Just fallen.
Oh, sorry. Like Lawrence was saying, we're working on.
Please stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We experience technical difficulties.
The really important thing as well is customers.
Now, like Lawrence was saying, we're working on Gothic and Schrodinger's Cafe at the moment. So whatever we do after that, we may go back. Brilliant. We may go back to 1900 if somebody comes up with a brilliant new idea.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
So that's as far as we're planning at the moment.
Excellent. That's fantastic.
But I will hopefully have another personal anthology next year as well.
Brilliant.
The stories are continuing.
Excellent. That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
One more question. You know, what you were talking about earlier on about people that appearing in your comics, etc. I'm intrigued, Lawrence. Is this yourself?
Yes, my hair's slightly less platinum, but
Just hold it up there, Lawrence. Let's see if we get away.
Yeah.
I actually do appear in one of the comics. If I can actually find the thing, here we are. Here I appear as a sort of a poster in a lift with a side judge from Mega City 1. I think you'll probably see me in the background very soon.
This is that's like one of Joseph's.
It's one of Joseph's. Yeah. Where am I?
I think it's in the first.
Oh, there I am. There. That's my claim to fame in comicdom is.
Got you.
A wanted poster then.
But as Joanne said, Joseph did some great things of cosplayers, and we'll try and get those posted up as well.
I love
But thanks very much for you guys. Joanne, by the way, is looking semi-stunning in her half Durham red outfit.
I am partially Durham red at the moment because her dad is here this weekend, Ben. So we'll be talking to him later. Right, well, we're
Okay.
All right, well,
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Back.
Oh yes, thank you. Right, okay, let's make our way down. Davy Francis.
Hello, how are you?
What the hell are you?
Very well, how are you?
Good.
Oh, thank
There you
you.
go. On the microphone.
Yes.
So, Davy, you've sort of you've been on the scene for about 6.4 million years.
About that, yes. That's when the dinosaurs were about, yes.
Yes.
No doubt dinosaurs were terrible. Yes, I'm here this year, and I have a new book out called The Gift. So it's all one story. It's 52 pages, full colour.
Yes.
And it's all about a young lad whose whose father is shot in a seedy alley in Merck City one night, and so he becomes the Rook, who's sort of like a vigilante type character, and he has a butler who does everything for him. The idea from the story came from poor Alfred.
Yes.
He has the Batcave, and you sort of think, well, that's okay, it's understandable. They discovered a Batcave, but then you've got all the Bat computers, you've got a road for the Batmobile to come in, you have all this stuff, the door that opens the cave with the false entrance, and you're thinking to yourself, well, he wouldn't get workmen to do that because, they'd spill the beans on a secret identity.
Certainly not the housing executive, anyway, if you wanted to last.
No. So anyway, of course, poor Alfred has to do everything. So I sort of thought that's where the idea came from. And anyway, the poor butler in this sort of does everything. And then something happens, and then the Rook realises he's been very selfish and decides to change things up a bit. So I'll not spoil the ending of it, but it's full of fun. No words in it, so
Yes. It actually would make a lovely colouring book.
And funny enough, when I was doing the selling the story to Peter, I actually did it as a video, and I put the music from Up in it, and it really suited the story, So I was sort of like.
Can you show us then some of the pages?
Certainly, yes.
Without spoiling the ending, I'm just sort of
this
conscious
is sort of
of
like when Batman, when Bane gets at them and breaks his back.
Yes.
This is a sort of a similar. This is Alligator, the sort of the villain, and you've got all this sort of making robots, like Night Owl and this type of thing. You've got the Justice Club. They make a mention as well.
It's adorable.
So it's all about that type of thing, and it's just
fantastic. Because I've just actually realised, because I'm glad Lawrence is back again, because you're saying that you produced it in conjunction with
Sector
guys,
13 comics. Yes.
David gave us we at one of our Wednesday meetings. We meet every Wednesday in some venue in Belfast. But David handed us about 30 sheets of assorted paper tapes with some beautiful work on it, and it's essentially a story. It's a sort of, I suppose, I'm not speaking out of turn. It's kind of analogous to Batman's journey.
That's right.
Life.
Yes.
And it was just so good. It's again, it's different. There's no speech bubbles. There's no language. The Davy's a visual artist. The visuals should tell the story, and it's just that journey, through youth, through loss, through redemption, through hope. And David's the man who encapsulates it ever so well. So we're really proud to be able to give David a hand to get it produced and done. Yeah.
It actually started.
If I don't ask you now, you'll go away from this video and I won't have asked. Where can people buy this stuff?
You can buy it online in Sector 13.
The
Because there could be people watching this going, where can I buy this?
Yeah, so at the minute there is now the new stuff isn't released yet anywhere, I don't think, but Peter runs a website.
Which is not the one on that card.
Is this the one that's going to be active? Because it's going to be in a couple of weeks.
Search the whole of the internet.
www.boxofrainmag.co.uk.
Brilliant.
I also have my own stuff on my own separate website, which is just, it's a Big Cartel website, just sells products. So it's just Ryan-McVeigh at bigcartel.com.
Oh, not that it's run by the Colombians, not that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Big Cartel is a site which artists can use to sell their stuff without getting any fees. So,
strangely, speaking of Colombia, 1900 publication from 2 years. The stunning cover was done by a great Colombian artist, and I just thought I'd give him a mention as well. Great guy.
And my website is idon'thaveawebsite.com.
That's it. I don't have a website. Just find Davy. He's in any dark alleyway.
Davy's will be on Peter's one at some point.
That's right. Yes.
Sorry, Davy's and mine, and I think everything is going to be on Peter's website at some point. He just hasn't got it all up yet as we're speaking, but probably in the next couple of weeks, I would imagine.
Peter's the man.
Okay, that's great. Well, here, guys, I think that is fantastic. Thank you so much.
As a final mention, we do comics, but we do comics to sell. But the selling is to develop more comics, and we'll just use this as an opportunity. Anybody with ideas, an artist or a writer, contact us. We will give you a fair view on what we think. If we don't think it's good, we'll tell you ways how we feel it should be improved. If we think it's good, we'll hopefully be able to give you a bit of work. Acknowledgement and maybe some form of small fiscal gratuity as well.
Can I attest to that one? That is true, because I've submitted multiple things to Peter. He has said no, but he has also told me ways to improve, and I then got to the point where then he accepted one in here. So he will work with you if you're willing to work with him. Don't just be as well. Yeah. So Peter's been great with that as well.
Well, here, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate the time, and no hangovers or anything. So we're all obviously getting a wee bit older.
Last thing. Email address admin@sector13comics.co.uk. That's for the writers and artists with any ideas. Thank you.
Okay, brilliant. That's great. Thanks guys.
Joanne.
Thank you.
We'll post it properly somewhere and so that people can find it. Okay. Oh, YouTube drafters, that's true. Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you. I'm dead with Durham.
Thank you. Thanks.